Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have decided to do such a big video on something that I've been working on, and that is college advice. I feel like college is such a big new experience that a lot of students and teenagers experience, and not a lot of people talk about it enough. It is very challenging. It is such a difficult thing to go through, and it can be really hard to adapt to. It was so hard for me to get used to it. I love college, but at the same time, I hate college. It can be such a difficult time for me sometimes. It's definitely really hard to figure out where you are, who are your friends, what are your grades, and getting to that place where you feel comfortable with yourself and your environment. I'm so excited to talk about this because I don't think people hear it enough, and I want people to take it from me as a rising junior in college and my experience as a nursing student, as someone that can sometimes have trouble making friends or have trouble with studying and getting through school and with stress. So I'm really excited for this video today, and I really hope you guys are too. So let me just stop yapping and let's get to the video. I'm just going to start out small with like all the little things that you might need to know going into college. First thing, go to class. I feel like people do say that a lot, like go to class no matter what. And honestly, like it's right. Skipping class is cool and all, which I've done it. I will admit I have skipped class. I have gone to sleep instead because your girl needed some sleep. But going to class is so important because once you get into that habit of skipping class, you're going to always have that habit, especially with really important majors like nursing. If I skip class, I might just skip a whole chapter of material in one day, which is not something I want to do and have to study on my own. Number two, have experiences and memories. Go out and have fun. Part of the experience of college is having that fun and having that freedom. It's scary and it's definitely something that you need to watch for and be careful, but at the same time, go and have that fun. You only get to have this once. You have one college experience and one time to make it your all. So just go for it, do the things you love, and just go out, girl. Number three, I would say, is finding good study habits. As someone that has struggled with it, having ADHD is part of the reason why it's so difficult for me to study and actually memorize crap. It is so important to find the study habits that work for you and for your brain and for your body. Honestly, this could mean trial and error. Like, I've seen stuff on social media where people are like, oh, look at this new study habit. And I've tried it, and hey, it's not for me. And that's okay. Some of the time, it is for me. And I'm like, oh, this actually did help me. And I continue to use those study habits today. Another way to study is with friends. Friends are so important to study with because you guys all have different opinions, different ideas. You guys could be smart in one topic while someone else is good in one other topic, and they can help you with it. Studying with friends is so good because you also get to enjoy your time with them in a study room and maybe not get stuff done. But other than that, you do get a good study session in. If you ever have any questions, you can always just shoot for your friends. They can also help you study by asking you questions, writing things out for you. And it's just such a great way to study. So, in conclusion, find those study habits for yourself. And honestly, after 2 years of being in college, I still don't have a perfect study habit. A really big important thing to remember in college is focusing on you, your mental health, your physical health. These are such important things and aspects in your college life that you need to make sure that you remember. If we talk about physical health first, personally, I gained weight in college. I was one of those kids that had that freedom, got whatever they wanted, and just completely forgot that weight is still a thing. And honestly, it's different for everyone. Everyone goes through a different cycle with their body. So this is just coming from me who did gain weight and didn't exercise as much. But it makes sense because you're in a new environment, you have a new schedule, you have new options of food, you are in a whole different place, and it is so hard to adapt to that. I would get in the habit of going to the gym, maybe going on little walks, focusing on your diet and what you're eating, because honestly, the food could catch up to you, y'all. Especially with being in a dorm with no kitchen, like that is honestly the hardest thing that I've had to do. I would just eat ramen or mac and cheese cups every single night. It would obviously catch up to me. Now, focusing on mental health. Mental health is one of the most important things you should focus on for yourself in college. I always try to remember to focus on myself before anything else, because if I don't focus on myself and my mental health is at stake, then all my relationships get affected. Same with my schoolwork, my exams, everything that has to do with my life. Make use of the mental health or like the student health facilities on campus, because after all, you are paying for it. You should also make use of like the campus gym and the food options and whatever else there is on campus that can help you control and take care of your mental health. Another very, very important thing that is based off of your mental health is making time for yourself. Making time for yourself is so important, and it can be so hard to do for people, especially with like the anxiety of school, homework, exams, work, and other everyday activities. Giving yourself grace and patience is so crucial when going back to school. Honestly, I would say take care of yourself before you can take care of other people, because you are the most important in your life. And once you take control of your physical and mental health, things will come easier to you and life will seem a lot more simpler. This next topic might be a little controversial, but it's okay to not keep in contact with your high school friends. It can be so hard to manage multiple things at once, and being a freshman in college is beyond difficult to handle. And this isn't because I didn't want to talk to my friends, but it was because I needed to figure out who I was at college and where I wanted to be. It's a brand new space, a brand new environment, and a whole new experience that I was living. And for the most part, your friends might also have trouble reaching out just because they're going through the same experience as you. But personally, I noticed that it's okay that we aren't talking to each other, because at the end of the day, they are your real friends if you guys can go with distance and not talking for a long time, because at the end of the day, they were still there for me when I came home for the summer and we all wanted to hang out together. And it was great. Just realizing that you and them both have chaotic lives going on, it can be hard to accept, but again, if the friendship is real, it'll stay. My favorite one, emotions. After being in college for over 2 years now, I've learned that I have many new emotions and feelings. They're also kind of everywhere. Before college, stress was definitely an emotion I did feel in high school and work and whatnot. But I cannot stress enough that anxiety literally took over my life when it came down to college. College is so overwhelming, so stressful, and it's honestly hard, number one, to mask my anxiety, and two, control it. Some days I would honestly be so lost, I'd have panic attacks, and my support system was literally 2 hours away. If you guys don't know, I go to school close to Philly, and I live in Frederick, Maryland right now, so that's about 2 hours away from my family. We are moving though back down to Delaware, so I will be only like 30 minutes from them. But this is based off of the last 2 years that I've been so long distance from my friends and my family at home. Having this support system 2 hours away from me took such a big toll on me. And now that we're on the topic of support system, let me just jump to that real quick. I wanted to empathize building a strong support system is so crucial when it comes to college. Personally, growing up, I didn't really get along with my parents sometimes, and I felt very alone when it came down to my family and my home life. I assumed when I got to college that I would be fine getting away from my crazy household and my family. I would be lying if I said I didn't miss home. Homesick is something that happens to so many college kids so frequently. It was something that hit me so hard that I was not even ready for. For some reason, I felt so alone and disconnected from my biggest supporters. One piece of advice that comes off of that is love your family, love your supporters at home, and you will miss them regardless of your relationship with them. At the end of the day, your family is your biggest supporters. Your home is as well. So it can be so hard swapping to a whole nother place and a whole nother home. Okay, so this topic can be very sensitive for some people, but feeling alone. Feeling alone is okay. College does get lonely, and you need to accept that. You are growing up, you are getting older, you are losing friends, you're gaining friends, you're going through such a crazy time in your life where you are focusing on 20 different things at once. That feeling alone is normal and it's okay. There will be times that you feel disconnected, and that is completely normal. Personally, I struggled with this a lot freshman year of college. It almost felt like I had no one, even when I did have a lot of people. And again, going back, I feel like a lot of that was because my support was 2 hours away from me. I didn't feel like I had the friends I always wanted, even though I did have friends. And I just felt trapped in this place that didn't even feel like home to me. Honestly, me feeling alone put me in a place to love myself and do things on my own. It brought me out of my comfort zone, which was honestly the best thing that actually happened to me. I did things for myself and I accepted that being alone is okay. And it's so weird to say, but I love hanging out with myself. And then one last thing that I wanted to touch on was your first friends may not be your final friends. When something as new as coming to college is in the cards, everyone wants to get to know everyone as soon as possible. People tend to gravitate towards you at the beginning because they want to get to know you. They want to see if you are compatible with them and if you guys would be friends. It's almost like the honeymoon stage of college, if that sounds
No! God!
not weird to say. But freshman year, it's easy to get sucked into a friend group or a specific group and not get to know other people. A lot of the times, people and yourself are cordial with others because you want to get to know everyone. You want to be nice. You want to have a great first impression on people. But trust me, a lot of the times, you will never talk to them unless it's at a party or going past them on the street. So just be aware of that and realize that not everyone is your friend, and that is okay. So now I'm just going to talk about sophomore year and just a few things that I kind of realized going into sophomore year and living that year of college. Kind of going on the same subject of your final friends and making friends in the beginning of the year. True colors do show. Friends come and friends go. It's important to understand that the friends you have in the beginning might not be your friends to the end. Again, college is exciting and you tend to learn a lot about yourself and other people surrounding you. And when you first make a connection with someone, you get really excited and you're happy. You're like, they're my friend. But in the long run, they might not be. Everyone is trying to find friends, and just being aware of that, it makes so much more sense. Going into sophomore year, I thought it would be such a good year. And don't get me wrong, it was. When sophomore year comes around, that's usually when people finally show their true colors, whether that means they actually like you or they don't. And honestly, this is a blessing in disguise. So thank you. As a woman, it can be so hard to make friends, and I bet every single woman watching this would agree with me and say the same thing. Friendships can break so easily, and it's honestly so discouraging. But coming from me, you will find your people, and the people that tend to stick around you sophomore year are usually the people that you will end up having friends for life. And I'm not gonna lie, I did lose multiple friends. I did lose multiple people that I trusted and I loved. And it was definitely a hard thing for me to accept and move on with. But did it ruin my life? No. Did it show me who was real and who was fake? Yes, absolutely. The people that stick by you are the people that you should focus your energy on. Don't give your energy to people that don't care about you and don't care about your well being, your life, and the way that you handle your life and control your life. If you are getting judged by your so called friends, they are not your friends. They are not people that you want to be around. That is negative energy coming into your life that you don't need. As someone that's really independent and I work, I do school, I like to be alone sometimes. That just isn't in the cards for some people and they don't like it, which is completely fine because not everyone is going to like me. Not everyone is going to like my energy and how loud and enthusiastic I am, and that is completely fine. But understanding that there are people that don't accept you, move on and take them out of your life because they do not matter to you. There are so many other things that I can talk about when it comes to college and everything that comes with it, but these are some of the most important aspects and advice that I feel like I could give to everyone watching and all my supporters because college is difficult. It is such a big thing, and not a lot of people talk about it, honestly. I'm just glad that I can share my advice and my piece with people, and hopefully they take it into consideration. If you enjoyed listening to me yap about college for the last, I don't know, 20 minutes, please consider giving this video a like. And if you want to see more of my content, please hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.